YouTube, what's the word? We back at it again with another tutorial. But today we gonna put our focus on the beard. We're gonna taper the beard today, razor it, shape it up, bring it all the way together. So I'm going in all the way open with my JRLs, using my taper comb, combing as I'm cutting. So basically my client just asked for like a light taper. So I'm gonna go in with my one all the way closed and just lightly blend this taper. Today is just gonna be a lot of detail work with my clippers. That's why I said the full focus is gonna be about the beard. After every stroke with the clipper, you need to make sure you're combing that hair back down to its regular length so you know what not to cut and what to cut. I'm combing out the beard now. You need to make sure that because the beard hair is growing all type of directions. As you can see, I'm lightly tapering it. I'm not doing too much. I'm just standing on the top of that thing. It's so easy to taper a beard. I was all the way open. Now I'm like mid. I'm like 3 notches down. And that's just how I get the blurry effect out the beard. So as you can see here, in order for me to get that line out that I'm really picking at right here, I'm using the end of my blade. I'm turning it sideways and I'm just dabbing with it, just pinching at it simply because if I was to use the whole clipper, I'll be actually tapering the hair. I'm just trying to get a line out and blend it in with the hair. So I'm all the way open, all the way closed sometimes, and I'm just niching at that hair. As you can see here, I'm going in with my bablets and I'm just cleaning up that line, just balling it out, making sure we got a good blurry effect on the taper and the beard. Whenever you're working with twists, dreads, braids, you want to always make sure you separate that hair with the comb, simply because you want to cut every hair that don't belong in the twist or the braids. And how you get that out is using like a taper comb or any comb really. Just make sure you separate that hair. And as you can see here, when I'm lining up the back of the ear, I make sure I hold the ear, with one finger. And I'm using a tilt of my blade, and I'm just going the path of the ear, of the hair, just following it. So right now I'm just grazing over that hair, just trying to get it as much blended as possible, but still staying light, not really doing too much with it. Like I said before, it's just a lot of detail work that I do. This step, I'm going in with my metal pick, making sure I'm combing every hair out. You want to do this because you don't want to just have comb the hair out, and then when the client gets home and they start picking their own beard, they're like, oh man, my beard is uneven. So I'm picking everything out in every angle I can. I'm going in and I'm hitting those straggly hairs. Knowing that the beard grows every which way, you gotta follow up with a pick after you cut every time. That's the only way to allow the beard to stay consistent all the way around and even all the way around. As you can see, I'm barely holding my clipper, just going with the face, grazing over the top of it, making sure I'm not cutting too much. As I said before, this is just straggly hairs that I'm trying to get off, even it all out. As you can see, the right side of the beard is coming clean together. Work on this left side now. Now I'm going in with my B Level 3 Freeze Spray. It's a new product that I tried. I love it. It gives like a nice little dry finish. Give it about 5-6 sprays, about 3-4 sprays on the side of the beard, about like 3-4 sprays on top of the hairline as well. Blow dryer is one of the main tools that you need at your station. It just helps dries up the holding spray or freeze spray that you may use. So right here, we about to take time and work on a line right on the side of the face. How I do this line is I try to follow the face straight down and do like a box look. Cleaning up that hair, I don't put my clipper right on there, like pointed at it, simply because this is one of the most sensitive spots of the body, the neck. You can nick them and leave like a super deep cut right there. So I would recommend flipping the clipper upside down like I'm doing that, so, and taking the hair off like that. His beard kind of grows extremely high, as you can see, and I kind of just go in with the razor dry shaving, and I don't want to cut all that hair off the face with the dry shave. So what I do is I go in my liners and try to get it as close as possible, but not too much. I went in with my Dorso razors. They didn't focus on the camera for some reason, but I use these because I love how crispy they get the lines. Whenever you're using a razor, you always want to use your thumb to stretch the skin. As you can also see, I'm going with the angle of the face, keeping the beard high and connected. Here we are working on the mustache now. As you can see, what I'm doing is combing that mustache all the way down and make sure I'm getting all the hairs. And how I'm going to edge it up is I'm just following over the top of the lip in a way I think it looks best on the face. This part, tell my client to lift his chin up, and I go with the clipper upside down because sometimes if you flip it and go like this, you can sometimes cut that client up, and I will hate that for you. So this is the the most safest way. Right here, I'm just making sure everything is even, doing the same thing I did to the left side, to the right side. Always want to make sure the left side lines up with the right side, so always stopping just to check your work is always good. I done brought out the gold detailers. You know it's going down when I bring these out. These my heavy hitters. I love using these just to bring the cut all the way together. Any extra little hairs I gotta getting that line as crispy as possible. I love these detailers because they got a nice crunch to it. Then the detailers also come preset, zero gap, ready to go. All you need to do is just charge them and oil them, and they hitting. You gonna see here why I call these my babies. Now we're going over here towards the line. What I'm doing is just for the angle of the video, I'm using like my clipper upside down, really focusing on my C. He don't want me to line up the front, so it's just a vertical bar in the C. So right now I'm really testing it out to see like how crispy I can get to C, and then I'm gonna go to the other side and even it out. How I usually even it out, I look in the middle of the forehead, and after I draw the C, I follow it with my pinky finger to meet me on the other side. You'll see in a second. And there we have it, guys. We got a light taper on the line, and then we got the full focus on the beard. As you can see, I'm still shaping up the beard, but it's really 95% done right here, so I'm gonna let the video ride out. I appreciate you if you made it this far. Please leave a comment, like, subscribe. Let's go.